fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Blyden, and today, Thursday, November 25, 2021, and this na my 38th audio in my ongoing series, so we'll call them audio number 038. Today I don't come back for talk to una me people them. But before I go into the main issue I want to address today, I want to clarify some points then, quick one. Firstly, I see a lot of people then they say, oh, Sylvia get badat for the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya. Well, I don't know waiting at the definition of bad heart. But what I know is that this mayor of Freetown, na yaso we all day this year, just after I don't lost me mama, where I mourn me mama, he go na social media, bangba o de one. He go write say me na woman of loose morals. Me na RUF rebel, chief propagandist. Me dey jump from here to yonder. This Freetown mayor with all in status, na he go write na social media. And so it hypocritical for anybody for say me forget sweetheart for that kind person day. When he do we get this faction at the APC way and as by Kuroma the lead way I can call the jihadist faction. The jihadist faction, now them popo Yvonne, them begin take photo with her now. They pose with them. So for make her look very credible, like say all what he talk against Sylvia, not true. Because they know say Sylvia in day for criticize how this jihadist movement don't sell out. So then see him as opportunity. Say since Yvonne don't go cost me pickpocket na social media, then they can promote Yvonne now. So una all remember July this year, where Yvonne don't cost me done na social media. Una no mean talk, Una mean feel say sweet me, For make her they read and they call me RUF rebel. Una feel say sweet, Me heart for sweet, no so. Well, I tell una today. Me heart is not sweet at all for Yvonne. And I just begin handle am. Una mark what I tell una. I just begin handle am. Until the jihadist movement where it cost me done. Now them popo are now saying a star. Well, I see that then they vex now. Then they go and cause. I just begin, I just begin. So, since I don't clarify that point there, make a canal to the issue for today. Today, I want for also take me time for explain to una about how city council supposed for run and waiting na the issue where don't happen na Freetown City Council were very important for the well-being of we, the residents of Freetown. For no, say this na major problem inside we city. Na it happen so na Freetown City Council. You see, me people them, you get what you call the central government. Then are the big government we headed by the president. Then for make governance go work, you also get what you call the local government. This is an entity where it is underneath the big central government, but now in then community them, now in they mix with the people that are at the lower level of the community and get one-to-one contact with them. So from their community, then they go and pull people the way then they elect them, make them councillors. And then councillor then for they look the interest of the small community them and carry and go na this big council for Freetown, we call them the Freetown City Council. And then that lower level Freetown City Council then they meet now and decide how for run things then community they are in consonance with what the big central government for do. So when you be a local council like a Freetown City Council, you not mean to say you get your own power way past the central government their own power. But what it mean is that you now you at the community level for implement and make sure say the communities them they enjoy waiting the central government want everybody in a salon for enjoy. So then call that decentralization. So it means that then they pull the power from the central government and decentralize them so that then small local council, then all now they make sure say everybody, that last mami na that village, that last olpa na that tongue, if for benefits, now they don't work that for make sure say it benefits. Now then forget that closeness for the watch. But because them people here, not to them they run government, not to them na the real government of Sierra Leone. The real government of Sierra Leone na the central government. And that central government day, it not just left handle, say the local council can do anything we want for do. So they allow the local council them for they go check na the community there and take care of the small community them. But the central government, it make sure say it get eyes where it they watch, waiting the local government they do, the local council they do. So how the central government do this? The central government make sure say the administrative machinery of the local council, that is, who that's na the head of administration, the finance, human resource, their entity then at the local council, now the central government, now in the ensure say they all the work according to the central government in your dictates of how it wants governance inside Sierra Leone. So this is very important for una to understand that no local council no day where na government of itself. Then all they under the central government authority. And furthermore, the central government, they send staff for can manage waiting the local council then they do. So even after then community then can don't elect then councillor them, and then they don't elect the big person way na in charge for supervise everything with the councillor then they do, what we call the mayor. Even when they don't elect the mayor and the local councillor them, then still get for make sure say they work with who that the central government they send come for can work according to the government of the day. Now, key position and they were very important because no government would just left any council for run I feel for run. So when they pass an act in the year 2004, where for be the Local Government Act, they make sure say them put inside they say certain position then they way now the central government now in they send people then for man them position then they first now the chief administrator, the second the finance officer, human resource officer. This is the way they manage the personnel them. All them position here that the central government, because now getting government at any point in time, now they decide who that is they send go na the council. So now they can't tell you now waiting don't happen na Freetown City Council. We're very, very unprecedented. In no one day be na salon waiting don't happen na Freetown City Council. You see, when we elect the mayor of Freetown for be the mayor of the Freetown City Council, we give him authority as Freetown residents then say, Madam Mayor, you get this authority on our behalf. You are now the first citizen of Freetown. And on that behalf, they now, with the give authority for work with the central government in staff the way it's sent, make you and them work for provide service delivery for we, now then small community they all over Freetown. When me family them, I know what this mayor don't do, we very dangerous. This mayor get the bold mind after they don't swear him in as mayor. He go make a secret arrangement where nobody pan the central government administration no ever aware of. He go make arrangement with the former Prime Minister of Britain, Tony Blair. In fact, this mayor, law on a note, na British citizen. So, Mayor Yvonne go make arrangement with incumbent British citizen Tony Blair for one British woman, when a lawyer, for come inside Freetown City Council without not go through the central government. So not a part of the Freetown City Council structures, not to the finance officer, not to the chief administrator. This woman, a British woman, a white woman, when a Tony Blair send and come. Then they call her Lucy Garrett, a white lady. Yvonne, because he may work in a state house under Ernest Bai Koroma, and that one day now the long story where I go find time for. He may work under Ernest Bai Koroma, now that presidential delivery team. So he gets a lot of the connections with the donor agency them during that post-Ebola period, for that Ebola, you know, the one who all man come in for assist with, because now one game get Ebola. Not so like now when a corona, the one whole world. So Yvonne using that in position as head of the presidential delivery team, he get all the connection here with then donor agency, implementing agency, funding agency. So what did Yvonne do? Using that election day, when they elect him as for be mayor of Freetown City Council, he go tell the United Nations, me people them, when I listen this talk. Say money were meant from the United Nations allocation for the people of Sierra Leone. I repeat, money were meant from the United Nations allocation for the people of Sierra Leone. In other words, money were for go through central government authority. And you see me people them, even when you look the Local Government Act, we set up all the local council there, it make it clear, say no mayor, no local council, no forever go take donor funds if it not go first to the minister of local government. I repeat, the Local Government Act of 2004, we set up councils like the Freetown City Council. It make it clear, say no money not for come out from donor for can use na any council if the central government not aware through the Minister of Local Government. Now, what did Yvonne do 2018? Yvonne go work with they still use that in connection where me get that 10 day where they work in a state house with President Ernest Bai Koroma. Now I mean President Julius Maada don't be president. Yvonne not countenance the central government, still use that in connection. It can direct to the United Nations Development Program. and directly tell them, say, that money we wanna get for the people of Sierra Leone, una give me part of them, I want them. And the United Nations Development Program, this is a big scandal, they tell una so. The United Nations Development Program, because, they don't use for deal with Yvonne, where they work with President Nkrumah, they fail for realize, say, Yvonne no get that mandate anymore. She is now a locally elected official under the Minister of Local Government. And under the laws of Sierra Leone, the United Nations no get no business for deal with the mayor of Freetown directly. But that is what happened. Yvonne used that in connections, meet the United Nations Development Program country office na Salone, get them for finance, people them were not a part of the local council, including in own campaign manager for in elections. It gets the United Nations for take the money meant for the government of Sierra Leone, the government and people of Sierra Leone, bypass the central government, give this money to Yvonne, and guess what Yvonne do? Yvonne take this money, then open bank account in a local commercial bank. They not inform the chief administrator. They not inform the finance officer. They not inform the central government authority. He opened this account. Then he called this white British lady where Tony Blair sent. Yvonne get the bold mind, he write a letter, secret letter where nobody know me see. Now this be entering the letter come out in July 2018, just after they make a mayor. He write the instruct say, the person when I get the authority for dictate how the money for be spent and taken and used, the United Nations money. Now this British lady, Lucy Garrett, look the documents in the front me so Yvonne with Yvonne in signature. Look am. July 2018. So this is Yvonne Akisoya for you. The chief administrator, no. The finance officer, no. The minister of local government, Latende, no. Now, Yvonne and Tony Blair, British lawyer, any external people, the way he bring, I call them mayor's delivery unit, and then do this deal to themselves with the United Nations money that was meant for the government and people of Sierra Leone. Now, as I don't tell you now, the Local Government Act of 2004 is very clear on who that they handle finances meant for the center, for the Freetown City Council. So that brings you now to the issue of Lara Telopias in auditing of Yvonne Akisoya. Because Lara is a very effective, efficient lady. Now, Lara no pick up on this point, say there is a foreign British lady named Lucy Garrett, where they handle huge chunk of money, loads of money, meant for Sierra Leone government, but bypassed to the local lower level at the city council. Lara Telopias not pick them up. Now, people then they say, well, Lara get discretion in waiting in one audit, waiting in one audit. Me not agree with that. I not feel say get any discretion. I not say the Anti-Corruption Commission then get discretion. But the Auditor General's office not get discretion. They are mandated by force. They for audit. They not get pick and choose. Which is why one thing I go make clear up front before I go further is that Lara na what you go call collateral damage Now in the happen so. And it go fine for them people them way the pounds, the cost, make them tone down. Because there's a lot that can be said. And the mood where they in for expose and reveal things them, not so a mood where anybody for can tickle me, say, where they can cause Sylvia for intimidate Sylvia. No, it's not the work. So I think the best way una go able help Lara Taylor Pierce now for make una just back down and allow me for do it I get for do it Yvonne Akisoya. And let the collateral damage not too much on Lara in one side. Because honestly, I'm not joking. There's too much hypocrisy, especially in the gender sector. You get women then we get political agenda, so then they pick and choose. Waiting, then they talk, waiting, then they fight for, that then they defend, and they're right. But then for stop for pretend for be the voice of women in this country. We're not taking it anymore. So those of una we get a conscience, some of una don't reach out to me. I mean, una continue for get a conscience and know what is right and what is wrong. Those of una we say una want to fight, I'm ready. But please, una take note. I don't fight to lose. So the point that they make again is Lara Taylor Pierce for now like collateral damage. And those who really care for Lara Taylor Pierce, let them back down and be very careful how then they ticklish me. But what I could just point out is that the lack of auditing by Lara of Yvonne Akisoya raises a lot of questions. And it makes me start to reflect. For example, this so-called discretion where they say Lara Taylor Pierce get, we all know, where they observe audit reports carefully, that there was some selectivity before as against now. I'm not going to go into that selectivity day for tonight, but I go just repeat, say, please, those of una where they say una wants the best interest of Lara Taylor Pierce, una not ticklish me, all right? Now, back again to this aspect of Yvonne Akisoya. You see, not only Yvonne do all the gimmicks there in Freetown City Council that are clearly dubious and questionable. And I believe, say, those who are in authority need for look into some of what he do. But the amount of money were involved that has not been looked at, not to 101 billion, Leone, so. Because are there any people that talk and say, oh, 101 billion, 101 billion? No. That 101 billion, then a small amount of the money, that is for 12 months no more. This is now the 4th year now we depend so. So now 4 years now. Now we don't get a mayor. We don't get, that the 4 years this, we don't get a mayor where they collect funds from donors in contravention of the Local Government Act of 2004. And if they collect them funds here, and these funds, then they micromanage them away from the Local Government Act, then structures, when are the city chief administrator, finance officer structures. Now, external people, them, like this British woman where he bring come, Lucy Garrett. And then, when he depend this in what we call, in Creole, we call them kind of behavior Dakadeke. Where depend this Dakadeke behavior na the council, you get people that will get integrity, good moral standing. And one such lady, na a Creole woman just like a we. then they call am Abiose Agnes Wilson. And Abiose Agnes Wilson, he gets so much pedigree and integrity that when the Freetown City Council, them just set up, they elect amongst themselves who that for be the deputy mayor, who that for be the budget and finance chair. That's not like the deputy mayor, that's not like the vice president. The budget and finance chair, that's not like the finance minister. So then elect this lady. They elect the deputy mayor for be Usman Koroma. Then they elect this lady for be the budget and finance chair, Councillor Abiose Agnes Wilson. So Councillor Wilson done there for over 3 years, from when they elect her in 2018, around June 2018. Because when they swear they in, then they get their meeting, they elect her. This lady, they work. In fact, me know, I see them, they curse and then this today, then say how he can host to me, he can blah, blah, blah. Well, make I use this opportunity for clarify. Say, first of all, Councillor Wilson, he not even sabi me house. Abiose Wilson, he not know me house. Not to even me friend. The first time where I sit down talk to him, very interestingly, now one of them we APC grassroots woman, they mean die. So I go because of course me and the APC grassroots woman, then they know so they can count on me. So I go there that morning there for me to give the woman a befitting laying out in our party office. So that's the first time I really sit down and talk to Councillor Abiose. And what he said to me that morning, he said, oh, anyone call him boss. Let him boss come because if finally him boss, he go they mix with the grassroots woman them. That's not Yvonne Akisoya. So Councillor Abiose me so loyal to Yvonne Akisoya, the first time we meet him, this was about 2 years ago, that they tell me, say, in the call him boss, then boss can attend this laying out. And indeed, he call him boss, Yvonne come, we put Yvonne a high table, we encourage him, he did it, and the laying out. And Councillor Abiose was so loyal to Yvonne. But this same Councillor Abiose now, 2 months ago, now Yvonne begin molest na council, pull him na this committee, pull him as finance chair, put other person there, pull him as representative na procurement. And why? Because of this audit 2019 report. Very interesting. And I don't tell the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee in a parliament say, make them make sure so they talk to Councillor Abiose and the other chairpersons them, make them really understand, because what thing happen at Freetown City Council, it affects we all na Freetown. Imagine this woman, billions, hundreds of billions of leons. Not 101 billion, no, hundreds of billions of leons in the last 4 years. Now, don't pass through Yvonne Akisoya and that first 101 billion, I mean only for 12 months. Now within the 4th year, the amount of money is stupendous. So this lady needs for explain what happened at council with the audit 19 report. Very interesting, this audit 19 report. We make the mayor say they pull him as the finance head at city council. You see, I'm not gonna lie, you know where they can say he who laughs last laughs best. I'm not gonna lie, I go confess, say what thing they happen so where then they expose Yvonne for what she is. I dey see and say this really a vindication for a lot of people them when no say something not correct but how this lady they present himself. Now the thing about a parliamentary hearing is different from that investigation where the government said they do, where we not ever hearing nothing yet out, we not get no outcome of that. It also different from the Anti-Corruption Commission, then say your investigation, we not hearing nothing from that. Because, as I say inside that my last audio, 037, then people here, then they cover themselves. Yvonne, Julius Maada, then they cover themselves. There is protection between themselves. So you go see them make investigation, then you don't see the thing die out. Oh, anti-corruption, then you don't see the thing die out. But the beautiful thing about waiting for happen tomorrow in a parliament is that it will be an open parliamentary hearing. And with the hope, say this time, it not go just die out, cover me, cover you, not go happen. Because Freetown City Council need to understand how come Julius Maada in government Sidom Sote, a British woman sent by Tony Blair, can become the person where they dictate and be authorized for dictate how money allocated for government and people of Sierra Leone by the United Nations paid into an account for Freetown City Council that was specially opened, controlled by a different entity that is only instructed by this British woman. We need to know as Freetonians, how did this happen? How Julius Maada in government day? Say we go see them as a sovereign nation, a British white lady, Tony Blair send and come. Yvonne take this lady and get authority, now they in charge of this bank account, where they open for manage money meant for Sierra Leone from United Nations allocation for the people of Sierra Leone. Aye, this is too much. The cover too much. Julius Maada in government need for realize say we self don't catch up waiting they go on. Say this cover on the cover on herself, it has to stop. So the parliamentary hearings are the hope and pray. Nobody can tell we say na closed door hearings. Because we need to understand. I mean, look at the document here. With Yvonne Akisoya's signature, July 2018. Open bank account, not controlled by the chief administrator, not controlled by the finance officer, but controlled by a white British lady sent by Tony Blair. Ebo, me people them. And then when you raise up these issues, you get people that they tell you, say, oh, you they jealous, oh, you envious. Come on, my people. I believe it's the other way around. For make somebody don't day like me 30 years now the public eye, and I still they shine. Nothing other for by any other possible get for jealous. No. I'm a natural star, natural shining on my own. I'm not get for jealous nobody. On the contrary, and this will be the last message for tonight for close this audio. On the contrary, those one that they say are possibly the jealous, for which I don't know, these are people where they actually show that now them they jealous me. Because when I was arrested and detained and kept away from the scene, they were so happy. That shows you that the happiness is, this woman will always they shine, let them go keep on for we, so we say able shine. Me na so me siamo. So the only way they say me they jealous or me envious, me I not see any evidence or proof of that. Because I'm shining on my own. And it's going at the world that they shine. So there's nothing for me to be jealous of. And that is why if me sit down, then take advantage by any woman, I so get self-confidence by myself that I would stand up and I would fight for that woman with an advantage and take panam. Personally, I get a lot of self-confidence by myself. So I not see nobody were able to intimidate me. And I not see nobody were able to look at and jealous say, I want for be like a this, but chance not there for me for be like a this. Me a shining star on my own. I get so many young ladies in this country. I get so many young girls in this country where they look up to me as the beacon of strength, as the strong woman where then they look up to say, if we can be like this woman, then we self can be anything we want for be. So nobody not there. We are the jealous. But at the same time, you know go there, you they set up clique, gang, for right about me, think they were not too true. You know go there for the pull me name, they call me RUF rebel, they say me the jump, me a woman of loose character. Then you expect me say I go gladdy for you. No, it's not possible. This is not just human nature. It not go work. So do ya on that note there? I go once again end tonight's broadcast, like I always do, by playing the national anthem. And as the tune of the national anthem they play, I can want me listeners then for they reflect na their minds as to the words they walk in, they sing, where the tune they play. The meaning of them words then they to we, and how loyal are we to the land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Let God bless we all. Amen.